Alright, so...
We gotta look at the board and...
So mutilation, so let's examine the body.
Perfect! Let's do that.
Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against?
Oh, they pulled his eyes out.
Okay, well, let's go ring around the rosy and figure everything out.
Oh, okay. So I have to use this to move up and down, and then I have to use this. What the fuck? This is weird. This is a weird way to use the controller.
His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself.
New clue. So the way I have to move this is like this, up and down with one joystick, and then left and right with the other. Oh, here we go. This is really weird. The way this is controlled is very weird. I'm saying this for the viewers.
Yes.
His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies. I must remember to ask Alice.
And then there, wait, up by the arrow, go up. And then by the arrow, like where it comes into his shoulder. Oh, we can't look at it now?
I think we have to look at it.
There it is.
Okay, so it's like this weird way of looking.
It won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost passed for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time.
Okay, so I'm getting the hang of these controls. It's a very 3D control-y.
This isn't a cut, it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
Weird demon people.
So... What about on the other side of his body?
I can't get to there.
Oh, okay. So then maybe let's go down? Can we go down?
I can't. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
Oh, what's this thing?
Okay, I was getting worried.
Really?
Once he got stuck in there, looks like the bottom of the glass. It's Boccherini, no doubt about that. Although the one I remember was more together.
You're being weird. Don't make weird jokes about your guy who's dead. That's weird.
Takes a strong man to tear that out. Or several. The murderer tore Boccherini's hands off.
What's...
The lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stairs.
What about the other mutilation clues? So, either... Probably the eye sockets? I think.
Boccherini's teeth were all pulled out. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccherini's back.
Let's look around a bit more.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh.
This is kind of like disturbing me a bit.
Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the two of us when Milton gets back.
Look, there's a spoon on the floor.
Blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
I don't think that it's...
CSI semen everywhere!
There's blood everywhere.
This guy totally got owned. Oh god, what's this? Is that the H?
What is that?
It looks like... It almost looks like a skull with eyes. Wow.
Oh, shit. I should have stayed in my diner.
This is some cult shit.
Yeah.
I gotta find 5 clues here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe down by the sink and stuff. And like the mirror and things.
Oh, here we go.
You gotta hit it just right. Whoa.
Okay. I guess we need to make the fingers open. Gross. Dude, this game is weird. You think this game is like funny and jokey, but it's not at all.
Yeah.
Nasty. Oh god, what's in there?
Are these teeth from the body?
Wow.
Well, at least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
If you could see Mari and I's faces right now, it's just...
Boccarini's teeth were all pulled out. Hands ripped off, teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccarini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them? A teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid. A mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccarini's eyes. The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest two possible motives. Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism.
Cultist fanaticism.
Yeah.
Some kind of symbol drawn in blood.
The hands.
A sick altar of human flesh. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion. The big question is, who did it?
This is like a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be.
Looks like a ritual. What was Boccarini mixed up in?
Yeah, what was Boccarini mixed up in? Well, you know what? That would make a lot of sense if they... You know what?
What?
So what probably happened is the cult people wanted to abduct Capone's granddaughter, right?
Yeah.
And so they had him forge the papers because he's a forger. And then...
They were like, oh, 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yes.
Human sacrifice.
Yes. And so they were like, well, we can't leave him alive because then he would lead to us.
This car looks too classy for a forger like Boccarini.
Lead him to us.
Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Boccarini, there was someone else in the house? The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccarini.
As you were saying?
Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking that maybe... I mean, they might have intended to use him for a ritual all along, which is why they didn't hesitate, you know, to have like an outside person do the forgery.
Oh, do this forgery. We won't kill you. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. We cool.
Vermont plates. Someone drove a long way.
That's the guy.
How do you know?
The guy from Vermont, the escaped killer. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
He killed his entire family in that rage attack. He killed like 7 people.
Oh, shit.
Let's take a look in the glove
Stacy
compartment.
unraveled it all in like 0.01 seconds.
Bingo. A man's cigarette case.
How can you tell this is a man's? This looks... Okay. Well, you know what?
Maybe ladies...
Shame on me.
Ladies have those long, thin cigarettes, mate. Remember?
Shame on me for my gender stereotypes.
OB. One of the Boccarini
What was the guy's
clan?
name? He was the son. You're right. I think you're right, Stacy. Stacy was right. 2015.
2K15. I was trying to make some cool symbol with my hands.
And then she forgot.
And then I was like, I don't know.
OB on a cigarette case.
Like,
A car with Vermont plates. 1, it has Vermont plates. 2, it's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3, the initials on the cigarette case don't match his name. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house. A door in the corridor jammed shut.
Oh, maybe someone's still in there.
possible.
Nope.
The lamp, torn off its brackets and block.
I think we need to find more
Or
evidence.
it looks like the bottom of a broken glass.
Yeah, you're right. Need to find more clues. Is that a fender bender or is that a reflection?
Where?
It's a reflection.
Oh. How you doing? You holding up?
I'm holding up. I'm just thinking. What else do we need to know?
Here his shoes like splashing in the blood.
It should be sticky by now, to be honest.
I don't know. It's a lot of blood. They did rip off his hands, which means it's probably...
The blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall.
So it looks like they attacked him...
There's like claw marks on the thing.
Holy crap!
The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge.
Yeah.
How did Boccherini encounter his murderer?
Well, let's look at clues, man.
You know what? I feel like...
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna... Oh, I feel like we have... Between you and I, we have so much, like, training from Life is Strange that this is like... Oh yeah, we're all over this!
Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy. Or maybe it was thrown extremely hard.
Dude, like a monster came in here, dude.
Maybe he was thrown onto the table and that's how he got the glass in his back.
Maybe. Or maybe there's a giant pig monster.
Yes.
No, what you said is, like, a lot more likely.
A perfectly circular dent. As if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic
There
bolt.
you go.
Around 4 inches in diameter.
Stacy got it right. She got it immediately. Whoa.
But, like, what the fuck is that?
Scratched the wood.
Oh, it was just him being like, ah! Fuck!
Dog's like, what is going on?
Blood ran like water.
Man, there's a lot more blood than one single human body here. Oh, maybe that's our clue. That someone else was here.
Oh, yeah. What's this?
Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken?
Whose watch is it?
What time does that say? 9:55?
No, what? No, it's broken. The hands are in the wrong place.
What do you mean?
Like, if it was 9:55, it would be close to the 10. You see what I mean?
True.
What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after taking it off?
Lots of people.
No, so that's actually probably Boccherini's. It was on his hand when they ripped his hands off.
Oh, right. Okay. Stacy is like all about this right now. You see, I've murdered people before.
No, I know how this works, okay?
Stacy, is there something you want to tell me?
This was opened recently.
Maybe he was having drinks with the person that was in the house.
You know what?
Maybe that guy, that, like, killer, came up here and was like,
hey, guy, what's up? Rips your hands off.
no, like, looking for documents or something. He was here. Well, continue.
And then he got turned into a werewolf.
Yes. That's where the claw marks came from.
Smells of whiskey.
Well, there's another glass. There's
Yeah.
two glasses, unless he was double fisting, which, I mean... Oh, a gun.
There's something under there.
A gun.
How'd it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast. Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside.
Alright.
Guessed.
Two pools of blood. One on either side of the dining room table.
Nope. That's not it.
The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall.
No.
That's not it.
the assault, though. Those will...
That'll help.
Pieces of glass from the window in the hall found inside the house. A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. A pistol, fully loaded. A broken whiskey glass found. An open bottle of whiskey. I'd say Boccherini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Boccherini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin?
Oh God. Okay.
Well, we got all the blood splatters, so...
A blood-stained wristwatch with a glass broken. 2 pools of blood. One on either side
Whichever
of the
one has
dining
the
room
blood
table.
on it.
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass.
No, it's gonna be this one.
A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. The bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccherini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground.
Booyah!
How did the body reach its current position?
This is like freaking me out. This is like
You
really
look
creepy.
totally mortified, and I'm like...
Stacey's like, yeah, I figured out how they ripped the body apart. I'm like, fuck. Lynching. Okay.
The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall. What looks like the bottom of a
I
broken...
was just
The lamp, torn off its bracket. A door in the corridor jammed shut.
A broken glass.
The lamp, torn off its brackets. Boccherini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama.
Fuck.
Woof.
Now we just need to figure out who the guest was.
A broken whiskey glass.
Why doesn't
found in
that
the dining
work?
room. What looks like the bottom of a
Alright, there's 2 glasses. I mean, that's enough proof for me.
Well, I
guess
think we have to
not.
find some other clues. Maybe in the kitchen here?
Beans.
What is it with Italians and olives? They lap those things up like caviar.
Racist.
Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak.
It's more than one.
Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccherini's too worried about that.
Kinda rude.
4 glasses. 2 of water, 2 of wine.
There we go. We
Yeah.
got it. We know things.
I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see one.
So he was whining and dining somebody. I'm like, was this a date?
Probably.
Leftover lasagna.
And then she
And it
or
looks
he
good.
turned into
Why
a
is it that
werewolf.
2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them and cooking.
Can you stop?
The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Boccherini had company for dinner.
He's being kind of like, I don't know. I don't like his comments.
There's 1 knife missing.
I'm trying to get the...
Yeah.
1 knife's missing. The biggest one.
Any other...
Oh, what's over here? What's in the box?
Shut from the inside.
She's probably still
It
in there.
opens onto the same room as the jammed door in the corridor.
That's where his or her date is. Or his... whatever.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from it. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Boccherini ate lasagna with 1 other person.
Specifically
Was
lasagna.
Boccherini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up?
Yes.
A door in the kitchen,
Yeah.
locked from the inside.
Oh.
Guess not.
It opens on... A door in the corridor,
Nope.
jammed shut. It opened broken whiskey glass, found in the dining. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass. Seems clear that Boccherini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise. The real question is, what happened to the witness?
There, it's right here.
Did they escape? Did the murderer take them? Or are they still in the house?
Still in the house.
A door in the kitchen.
We're all over
locked.
it.
A door in the corridor jammed
Got
shut.
it.
1 locked door could be a coincidence, but 2 locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room.
Well, I mean...
But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
You're either I'm wrong or I'm right. Cool, dude.
Oh boy.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
Little jumpy dude.
Well, I mean, there's that.
I know.
So...
He's just like chilling out with this huge body.
I don't want that to happen to me.
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
I didn't notice there was a doorbell.
Says the man Milton had left in charge of an important investigation. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
What is that?
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right. Follow me. Boccherini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Boccherini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccherini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was embedded in Boccherini's back.
Woo!
He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands.
What the fuck?
I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Boccherini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth. There, he arranged them to make an altar, weaving the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more. Wait a second. What about the guest?
Right. Come with me.
Alright. We should be prepared for, like...
Nothing.
Turns out Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible. But you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccherini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.